Shabbat Shalom. To the modern reader, many of the laws of the Torah make us uncomfortable, uncertain what to do with them. Like laws that deal with the suspected adulteress, the rebellious child that was put to death. There are laws in which we're just uncertain their meaning, and even the rabbi struggled with them. But in our portion, we have some other laws as well. Some of the most humane laws that we could talk about. In terms of not muzzling an animal in the field so that they can eat freely. About lending money to someone who's destitute without interest. All the laws I just mentioned are in our portion, this week's portion of Ki Teisei. In fact, 74 of the 613 mitzvot, commandments of the Torah, are included in this portion, more than any other portion. Of all the laws that I have trouble with, I think in the Torah, the laws of dealing with slavery. And over and over we are told, you shall be kind to the stranger because you were once strangers in a strange land. Well, in Egypt, in fact, we were more than just strangers, we were slaves. So recognizing the cruelty of slavery, why not just outlaw it? Like the idea of owning another human being who's made in the image of God just doesn't seem very godly. Well, in this week's portion, there's a law that deals with slavery. And we're told that if a slave happens to escape from outside of the land of Israel into Israel, and they make their way there, that should someone come to reclaim them, that you do not return them. In fact, we're told that they can dwell anywhere among the settlements and be treated with the kindness of a stranger. Isn't that something? It's a recognition that how slaves were treated outside the land of Israel was not respectable, was deplorable, in fact. And so to return a slave for that kind of treatment was considered immoral. You know, the laws of the Torah, in its time, I believe we're trying to elevate the humanity of everyone, trying to make life more sacred. If you look at the laws, in fact, they focus on how we can better treat people and animals and the earth. For 3,000 years, Judaism has been this grand experiment about how we can elevate our lives, the people around us, and all lives. You see, these verses that we read in Deuteronomy now are being told to the Israelites as they're about to enter the land. They're about to create a new society, this new grand experiment about elevating life to a higher level. Well, as we approach the High Holy Days, I'd love you to think about the ways in which you could even elevate your lives more in terms of how we treat people, even animals, and especially the earth. Wishing you a Shabbat Shalom.